Philippines is an amazing country. From beautiful people with best hospitality towards tourists to extremely gorgeous beaches, islands, mountains, and places. Just like the moon, it also has its shadow. On this video, let me take you to the dark side of the Philippines where no one talks about.
Give me a second to mute it. So I just started a recording so I can document this.
Mike is an undercover investigator working for Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI. He's travelled to the Philippines and has 8 days to arrest several women selling their children for sex. Mike has infiltrated a group of online paedophiles, and the mothers believe he is one of them.
She knows I'm coming to the Philippines and she wants to meet with me so I can have sex with her kids.
And she said that?
Yep. We have a woman who is offering to sell 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12-year-old children.
As well as offering their kids for hands-on abuse, mothers like this can stream up to 40 shows a week. Convicted paedophiles have been shown to have spent tens of thousands of pounds directing these live shows. The mothers send Mike many recordings of previous shows to convince him to part with his money. For Mike, it's vital that he can rescue all the children. It's so tricky though, right? Because you need to come across like you want to abuse these kids.
Right, we obviously never ask them to do any type of abuse or anything even remotely close to that. So it's challenging to get the evidence that you need. So you have a monster in the United States or the UK or elsewhere, but he would normally have no access to a child in the Philippines. But now you put in the internet and a computer, and now this guy is causing the rape of a child in another country.
The Philippines is the #1 global source for webcam child abuse, and one of the major contributing factors is poverty. A quarter of the population are struggling even to feed themselves. HSI is responsible for investigating cross-border crimes involving US citizens. Cybersex cases make up 70% of their work.
We're going to pull into the 4th level parking lot and then we'll brief there. So I don't know if they're en route yet, but it's in play already.
Juan will coordinate a meeting between Mike and 2 sisters who are offering to sell their kids. It's taken 2 years to locate them, and today they'll come face to face for the first time. The sisters have chosen to meet at a local shopping mall.
The 2 sisters operate in different places with different kids. So if we went after one of these sisters, the other one's going to disappear and you lose these other kids. So the plan is to get them all in the same place so we can rescue all of them.
Sisters have chosen to bring some of their kids.
They came up to me and they all hugged me, but I thought it was a bit forced, like they were told to do it. You could tell that they were uncomfortable.
Dad, do you think the kids truly understand? Do they realise that they're being abused? Or is that their normality because they've never known any different?
You're preying on children who don't know. You know, they don't have the mental capacity to fully comprehend what situation that they're in.
All right. Okay, bye. Talked with one of the sisters a little bit about price, and he gave them money for transportation for tomorrow. That's fine with them, and they set the time at noon, so.
This is the first time you're meeting them in reality, but you've already seen them being abused.
Yeah. I have 2 kids myself.
How old are your kids?
14 and 6.
So similar ages really to a lot of the girls that you see and you're offered.
Right.
And you've had to be patient to allow this to all play out so that you can get them ultimately. I can't imagine it.
I regret that it wasn't much sooner. That's what's tough about these cases.
If they turn up, the plan is the sisters will be busted at a private villa just outside the city.
We're trying to curtail this by making the supply end people like these 2 women, putting them in jail and making them more paranoid. We can get away with making them as paranoid as possible. We shut down the supply end, and also we're preventing our citizens from coming here and engaging in this kind of activity.
The US team here are currently working 64 cases involving child sexual exploitation.
We have seen a spike at the end of March, starting April. There's more registered sex offenders attempting to enter the Philippines. This correlates with the school vacation. We're investigating another subject right now that is talking to his girlfriend and asking her to participate in the rape of a 10-month-old baby.
I'll try and meet them up front. I'll show them around, and I suspect kids are going to gravitate very quickly towards the pool. I'll say I want to give you money outside.
HSI have been joined by agents from the Philippines National Bureau of Investigation. They will arrest the sisters. Our hidden cameras will give everyone eyes and ears on the takedown.
I just want to talk in here, not. So, could you tell me which ones I can do what with?
Remember, we talk about
Yeah. She can do what?
Okay. She can do.
So how much for sex with
Are we going to let them hear?
They can sit here. She's sweet girl.
Celeste Fury, under arrest.
The sisters look stunned as charges are read out. HSI have been waiting 2 years to bust them, but no one is celebrating.
You know, it's emotionally draining. Once they put me in handcuffs, my role is done at that point, and that whole other part kind of takes over.
13 children are being comforted by a team of social workers. 10 of the kids are related to the sisters. The youngest is a 2-month-old baby. All the children will be taken to a secure shelter and be given emotional and psychological support. They are unlikely to ever go back to their homes. The sister showed no remorse or emotion. Having spent some time behind bars, I wonder if that's changed. They still don't know Mike as an undercover agent. So can you explain to me what your relationship is with the American?
Friend, online friend. Had friend siya sa Facebook.
Na hindi naman namin alam yung mangyayari. Wala naman kasi kaming alam, magsiswimming lang talaga.
Did either of you have a conversation with the American where you told him that he could abuse the children?
Mga minor de edad, nagkukusan loob po sila, nagsasarili rin po sila eh. Marami nga po dyan sa kabataan na hindi na gumagawa ng tama, na hindi rin nasa ng magulang eh. Pero hindi ko po binibenta.
Did you ever send this American pictures of your children being abused?
No.
I know that's not true, and you know that's not true. Why do you abuse your own children?
Wala kaming kasalanan. Wala akong ginawa sa mga anak ko. Hindi ko sila... Sorry, kasi nakarating kami sa ganito.
Are you sorry for the pain that you have put them through? Or are you sorry that you got caught?
Hindi ko alam kung ano mangyayari sa mga anak namin dun.
Kung wala pong mga foreigner na katulad niyan, sana wala rin pong mga Pilipinong naloloko.
Both face charges of child trafficking, child abuse and child pornography and could get 15 years to life.
Wow!
Yeah? I only have two 500, so I'll give one to each of you.
Aming inaaresto. Sa sala at paglabag ng Republic Act 92018. At kayo ay may karapatang manahimik. Kayo ay may karapatang pumili ng sarili ninyong abogado. Kung hindi nyo kaya mga sarili ninyong abogado, ang husgado ang mag-ibigay sa inyo ng abogado.
Wala mo kami ginagawa!
Ate, nakikiusap ako. Huwag mo iwawalan anak ko. Nakikiusap ako.
Why are you here?
I can't, ma'am. I can't.
Why are you here with your
He
children
said-
and why are you taking
He
money?
said he will visit him because I told him okay. Because we are long-time friends on Facebook. Then I meet him on market just eating. Then he will give me 4,000 because I said I will buy milk for my kids, I will pay my electricity and for my food. I have 9 months old baby.
Why did you say to him that it was okay for him to abuse your children?
I'm not refused mom to my children.
Have you ever allowed strange foreign men to abuse your children in the
No,
past?
ma'am. No, I can't. Sir, kahit anong gawin niyo, sir, wag mo ano kung wala akong ginagawa.
I'm told that for some children, the rescue operation is more traumatic than the abuse. Children like these will go into a care system that's already bursting at the seams. Psychologists in the Philippines now believe the long-term goal should be reuniting and supporting families instead of separating them for life. We cannot begin to imagine the pain that these kids are put through. And for all the guys, you know, all of these individuals that fly over to places like the Philippines to abuse these kids, this is the reality. It's not sexy, it's not fun. You've broken a family. These kids are going to have to live in a shelter. And mothers are going to be sat in prison for a long time. So that's your fantasy.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and tap the notification button for the latest updates, exclusively on Epic Media.